I'm Nick, and in this video we'll be talking about white vaginal discharge accompanied by vaginal itching and what exactly that means. Well, as you may have guessed, yes, a yeast infection is a very possible cause of both white discharge and intense itching. The microscopic yeast, Candida, that causes yeast infections is white in appearance. So when enough yeast multiply and grow in the vagina, they begin to form a white mass. This yeast overgrowth in the vagina can lead to a discharge that can be cottage cheese-like in appearance or simply white and somewhat fluidic. So let's take a look at some of the research discussing vaginal discharge and itching. A 2015 study published in the journal Mycosis states that approximately 35 to 40% of all vaginal itching will be due to a yeast infection, and approximately 90% of all yeast infections will cause itching. And concerning discharge, the study states that it can range from fluidic to cottage cheese-like in appearance. A 2004 study published in Dermatologic Therapy stated that intense itching is one of the most significant signs of a yeast infection. And concerning discharge, the study stated that it is often clumpy or cottage cheese-like and white in appearance. And symptoms will often be worse just a few days before your period. A 1995 study published in the journal Annals of Emergency Medicine found that the symptoms of cottage cheese-like discharge, vaginal itching, vaginal swelling, and vaginal inflammation were the most indicative of a yeast infection out of the symptoms they looked at. When women had a watery vaginal discharge and a fishy vaginal odor, this was strongly indicative that they did not have a yeast infection. The study found that one of the best indicators that a woman had a yeast infection is when a woman could say with experience, I have another yeast infection. So if you've had a yeast infection before and you know what it feels like and looks like, you have a pretty good shot of accurately performing a self-diagnosis. Now, another common vaginal infection known as bacterial vaginosis can also sometimes cause vaginal itching. The discharge that this condition can cause is runny, watery, can be gray or white in appearance, and has a classic strong fishy smell. So if you notice a bad, foul, fishy odor from the vagina, you probably just have bacterial vaginosis and not a yeast infection. So in conclusion, since vaginal candidiasis is such a widespread issue, it's very probable that in fact you have a yeast infection. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about the symptoms and other signs of a yeast infection, you can check out the article below on Candida Hub. The link is in the description. And while you're there, you can find out about herbs, essential oils, and other natural items you can use to quickly remedy a yeast infection. And you can also find out about a very fast 12-hour cure for yeast infections that will stop them permanently, and you won't have to worry about the yeast infections returning using this powerful novel treatment. Well, hey, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video answered your questions. Take care.